Welcome back to Iron Rage, the show where John Romano, Lee Priest, and I vent our frustrations with the world. Lee Priest calling in, obviously, from Australia. John Romano missing in action. But, Lee, today's show, the topic is about fad dieting. I got to tell you, I'm so sick. If I get one more question from people asking me about, what do I think about this diet? What do I think about that diet? What do I think about this diet? This guy said I could eat chocolate cake if I don't go over this many carbs. And this person said I shouldn't be eating fat. And this person said that if I eat protein, I should only be eating egg whites and fish. And this person said I should only eat red meat. And then I got the guy who's got the carnivore diet. He only eats meat all day long. I can't deal with it anymore. Why can't people just go back to normalcy? You remember in the 80s and 90s, there was a diet that everyone followed. It worked. People got in shape. And they did shows. Why does everyone have to reinvent the wheel, Lee?
I don't know. I always tell them they don't need to reinvent the wheel. But what I think it is now, there's so many so-called personal trainers and experts out there that everyone's just trying to make a buck, come up with a new diet, put their name on it, give it some fancy little name, add a number to it, and they say this is what you're meant to stick to. But like you said, in the old days, no one had all these fancy diets. You know what you got to eat to bulk up. That's another thing I hate too when they always see those pictures of me. Lee, were you on a dirty bulk, or what sort of bulking were you doing? It's like, there is no type of bulking. You just fucking eat food and you get heavy. That's all there is. You want to get lean, you cut the fat food out, you cut out the fats and the processed foods, eat clean and get on the fucking treadmill and just start training a bit harder. So, but now everyone's got this thing, like you said, so much protein. I've even got the guys out here now to go and get their blood done because they've got to find out what blood group they are because a blood group can go with the diet.
That's another crazy diet, right?
It's like I'm blood group A, so I can only eat this type of meat and at this time of day. And then they have that, what you said before about that fasting diet where you only eat so many meals a day.
Right.
Then you skip
Intermittent
some
fasting,
meals.
right? That's
yeah. It's like, and then all that came out was after a show you go and eat. But now do you have a refeed? Do you go refeed your body? It's like I feed my body every time I fucking eat. I don't know what a refeed is. So.
And after the show you got to do a negative diet, right, or something like that.
But as soon as you talk about it, they say, like, oh, Lee, this is what everyone's doing. You got to count your macros. Well, I think in my day, you had like a little calorie counter book. And you could work out how many calories was in a piece of chicken and stuff. But then after a year or so, you pretty much knew it. And the more dieting you did, you just went by looking at it. Right. You pretty much knew what the food was. And the best way to go was by the mirror. I'd eat some food if I was hungry. If I looked like I wasn't losing weight, I'd just cut back on a bit of food or just do more cardio. But now, everyone's got a guru coming up with these fancy ideas. And like I said, they'll come and ask you at the gym, I'm eating this, what do you think I should eat? And then they go ask another personal trainer, well, he says I should do it this way. I gave a guy a diet not long ago, maybe 6 months, and next thing I see him at the gym, asking a personal trainer, he comes over and goes, Lee, well, I just spoke to Fing. He reckons my carbs should be doing this. I said, well, fucking go talk to him then. Why fucking ask me? It's like, that's just stupid.
I remember when I was reading the bodybuilding magazines when I first got into it, I remember reading Lee Haney's meal plan. And it was so simple. It was, in the morning, he had 2 whole eggs with another like 6 or 8 whites, and he had a bowl of oatmeal. For lunch, he had a chicken breast, he had a bowl of rice, and he had maybe a tablespoon of olive oil on it. I mean, it was protein, fat, and carbs. It was basic nutrition 101 that has always worked for everyone. And then when he got ready for a show, he cut his carbs back. That was it. It was so easy, and it worked, and we all did it. And yeah, granted, we've learned a little bit more about supplementation now and essential fats and maybe some vitamins and minerals and stuff like that. And maybe we know that we have to take vitamin D nowadays. But basic nutrition is nutrition. I don't get these people with, I could eat a donut once a day on my diet because it fits my macros, or I'm only eating 6 hours out of the day now, but I eat 4,000 calories in that, or I got to eat 10,000 calories because otherwise I'm not going to grow. It's driving me nuts. I got to be honest, and I do diets for people all day long. I can't believe the ridiculousness that I see out there.
I think like in the old days, like when you said the old dieting, like Arnold was milk, eggs, steak, just for protein, milk and egg proteins and stuff, steak and potatoes. It's sort of basic. Like I said, Lee Haney's diet, where you spoke about then, the egg white, 2 whole eggs, egg whites and oatmeal. That's pretty much my breakfast when I'm dieting, and then I'll have chicken and rice or steak and rice, and then later in the day I might have steak and vegetables or chicken and rice and chicken and vegetables at night. I said I've always just stuck to that basically. If it's, like I said, if it's not broken, don't try to fix it. Sure, maybe these days some people, because everyone's got some fucking ailment, carb sensitive or this, or they can't have that or can't have this, or they're allergic to this. And Oh, it's like, so then you might have to, you know, tweak someone's diet, but generally, majority of the population, if they just stuck to the good old basics, it's going to work for them. Because I was even just saying to the fiance the other day, I hate when you give someone a diet at the gym, like, sometimes it's females more than men, but I'm not picking on women here, so don't get them down on me. But, you know, but you give them a diet, and then you see them doing cardio 2 hours a day. They come back at the gym and train at night. And then 4 months later, how much weight have you lost? I'm still about the same. Because you and I know, if you just clean up your diet and just start training and doing cardio, you're going to lose fluid in like a week or two. You're going to drop a couple of kilos just from water. So if you've been on the diet I've given you for 3 months and nothing's changed, well, you're fucking cheat when you go home or you're eating pizza or something. Or I love this one. You hear the personal trainers at the gym tell their clients just so they can keep ripping them off. Well, my weight's the same. And the client and the personal trainer says, well, what's happened is you've actually lost the fat, but you've gained muscle. That's why the scale hasn't changed. But I'll get the calipers out. Oh, yes, look, you've actually put on muscle, but you've lost body fat because your waist is a centimetre smaller. Like, oh, fuck off.
Well, and the other thing that drives me crazy, Lee, is that people cannot go more than 10 minutes without putting something into their mouth. They got to be either drinking branched-chain amino acids every minute of the day, or they got to have an intra-workout carb, or they got to have, while they're on the toilet, they got to stick an enema up their ass, you know, to ingest an extra couple grams of glutamine. I don't get it. Why can't people just let their bodies diet and lose the weight? I seriously, I got a person who was in India. This guy, his former coach had him taking so many intra-workout, branched-chain amino acids, glutamine, creatine, all day long. The guy couldn't lose any weight. I pulled all that out. I didn't change a single thing about his diet. I just pulled all the crap out, all those powders that he was drinking, and he got in shape in 2 weeks just from taking that stuff out. People don't understand there's calories in that stuff. You can't lose weight if you're always putting something in your freaking mouth. Stop drinking. Stop taking stuff in.
You see him at the gym. At the gym, we used to just drink water, but now they're having all these intra-workout drinks while they're training.
Like, I've never seen anything like
afternoon, during the day. But the thing is, too, is like, if I get ready for a contest, I'm regimented when I come to eat. You know, every 2 hours, every 3 hours, because you're putting something in. Because it's lean food, you're always hungry. But off-season, people couldn't believe it because, you know, we've been over it before. They say, after you train, you've got to go and eat. There's an anabolic window. It's like, you know, I wish some of these cunts would jump out of that fucking anabolic window from 10 floors up. But, you know, it's like, sometimes off-season, I'd eat when I'm hungry. I might have a big meal for breakfast, but then if I'm doing stuff or going out doing things, I might not eat for 4 or 5 hours. I'm not one of those people like, I got to eat now. Or how many times you've been to shows where guys are bulked up? They're not contest ready, but yet they're carrying their fucking esky around. They're carrying their fucking 4-gallon thing of water around. They're going to fucking dehydrate like they're going through the Simpson Desert. It's like, bloody hell, mate, you can get water anywhere. You're not going to die watching a 2-hour bodybuilding show, so you need a jug of water. I just don't get it. Like I said, carrying my meals, I'd carry mainly if I was dieting, but off-season, I could go hours without eating. And after a workout, maybe I might have a protein drink, but then I might not eat for a couple of hours. But these people, I got to eat now. I've got to pull over. I've got to find food. I was like, oh, fuck off. You look like shit anyway, so something's not working. It's like, I don't know about finding food. You better go find some fucking genetics.
When you're dieting for a show, the idea is that your body is living off stored body fat. If you're constantly putting something into your body's going to use that as the fuel source and not the stored body fat. And then these people wonder why they can't get into shape, you know? And then the best thing is you see these same guys at the show, they're not in shape, and they're eating 4,000 grams of carbs to carb up on. And the water they're like sweating profusely. You know, you're supposed to be dry as a bone backstage, and these guys are so bloated and sweaty because they're eating so much freaking food and they're not in shape. It's disgusting. And then they're like, I think I need to take insulin next time because I wasn't absorbing my food or something like that.
What about the ones that are still fat backstage, sweating like pigs? And you go back and eat a chocolate bar, and I said to one young kid once, what's that for? He goes, it's going to bring my veins out. I'm like, what?
Your veins are buried under body fat.
It's going to take a fucking one of those wet shop vacuums to bring your veins out. You've got to pump that fucking water out. But yeah, it's like smooth as a baby's bum. But he said, if I hear I eat chocolate, it'll bring my veins out. I said, yeah, maybe if you bend over or pull a rabbit out of your ass too, like a fucking magician. It's like some of these people just have no idea. But like I said, they're always constantly eating those things backstage. Then it was wine backstage. Everyone's got these little tricks to do.
Wine, yeah.
If you're dry, I've always said, if you're dry and you're in shape, you're in shape. Sure, maybe, you know, you might get a little bit of a sugar rush from some of that stuff. But these people that think that, I can look a certain way, but when I go backstage, all the magic happens, and they come on, then you hear the next day, well, I wasn't carbed up enough, I overcarbed, or I was too depleted. It's like, what excuses come out? That's why I've always got ready. I'm ready 2 weeks out. That way you can play around with your food, play around with your diet, and see how your body responds. These people who think there's a magic pill to last week, but I said the whole dieting thing's just like I said, they're overcomplicating it. That's why when I used to give people diets, they look at me sometimes and go, oh, is that it? I'm like, well, what did you expect? It's not rocket science, but they're expecting some big thing, and then you get the ones that call you up nearly every day who, women are the worst again, sorry, to hop on the scale every day. I'm up a kilo, I'm down a kilo, or I'm up 2 kilos. It's like just their fluid fluctuating.
Right.
They're obsessed by the scale. It's like, stay off the fucking scale. It doesn't matter. Look in the mirror, see how you look in there. But and then you get the ones, like I said, they've got to eat after training, or they're going to, like you said, your body's got to burn the fat first, but they're thinking, if I don't eat straight after my workout, my body's going to go straight and fucking eat all my muscle. But it's like, for one, you got no muscle to eat, so it might start eating your fucking bones before your fucking skeleton collapses under your skin. But I tell them, you got plenty of body fat. Don't worry about your muscle being eaten up. I said, those Ethiopians that don't eat for fucking months still have a bit of muscle, and I don't think they're worried about their anabolic window too bad. So I think you'll survive if you don't miss a meal after your workout.
Well, I always say the most dangerous people backstage at a show are not the people that look the biggest in clothes. It's the skinniest guys that in clothes that have the Ethiopian-like faces, like they look like they haven't eaten a meal in a week. Those are the guys you better watch out for, because when they take their clothes off, they're fucking shredded. Those are the people winning the shows.
Well, Cormier used to always say that about me, because every time I'd go backstage, I'd wear big black baggy pants, a big black jumper. I'd stand in a corner. No one paid me attention. I'm like, good, I just face away from everyone. But every time I pumped up, I'd go into the toilet, put the oil on underneath my clothes, come back out so no one could still see me. I'd be pumped up. And every time I took it off, Chris would turn around and go, where the fuck did that shit come from? Like I said, you just, under the clothes. I remember when Serge Dubray back in the day when I was young, come here guest posing. He had on a black full-piece, like, jumpsuit.
Right.
You can tell he had shape on him. You're like, he looks okay. You can tell he's, like, nice shoulders, small waist. Doesn't look nothing big. But when that fucker walked out on stage to guest pose and the spotlight hit him, you'd swear he put 200-pound muscle suit on. It's just massive. You're like, fuck, was that the same guy that was just in that bloody thing? But you've seen it before, Dave, when you go to those national contests, a bantamweight guy will be on stage, or a lightweight, and you're like, fuck, he looks incredible. He'll walk past you in the audience, you go, was that the same guy that was just on stage? He looks so small in clothes, but when they're undressed, it's like, and then it's the opposite. The guys that look massive in their clothes get on stage and look like big bloated balloons. So it's like crazy.
True. Lee, what I've noticed is it's 6:30 or 7 in the morning there, and it seems to be getting darker rather than lighter. What are you guys having, an eclipse over there?
The sun's coming up. Look, that's not a new that's not a new tattoo on my face. That's the Venetian blinds putting sun.
Oh, I thought you did zebra stripes on your face.
Yes, a commando look, isn't it? No, that's actually getting lighter, because I think we're coming out of September. We're coming to summer here. I think you start going the opposite of us.
We go the opposite way. Although I'm in Florida, it's always summer here. Now, Lee.
Always summer and always old people.
That's right. I'm getting old, so that's why I belong here. Let me just tell you this, though. To end the topic we're talking about, all the craziness, if you had to give, like, one piece of advice to someone who's, like, looking for a coach or looking for the right, maybe, diet to get them in shape for a show, what should you look out for, and what should you look for?
I'd always just look for, if you go to a gym long enough, you get to see people who, you might see them have transformed their bodies. They don't have to be competitive bodybuilders, but you might just see a normal person that has started off the gym, they've been overweight, then they lost weight. You can always just go ask them, what did they do, get some ideas from them, because really when you talk to people, it just comes down to sensible eating. That's why here in Australia all the time we've got the things on TV. They want to ban, Cocoa Pop ads, and they want to ban this and that because they say it's causing kids to be obese, seeing having these sugar cereals, and McDonald's is causing the obesity. It's like, no one's forcing you to eat that food. Right. I said, they say, we need more education for people. I said, even the general public who doesn't train knows what's good and bad. Kentucky, McDonald's, if you eat enough of it, it's not good for you. Yeah. So we all know what it is. So, but it's just, eat fat fast foods, more convenient. So a lot of people eat it. And a lot of times, I don't know what it is in America right now, but they always say you've got to have so much fresh fruit and vegetables a day. But here at the moment, to feed, if you had a lot of kids, that's more expensive. So, the cheap hamburgers from McDonald's works out cheaper, sadly. So, but they don't really need education. We all know what's good. But I just tell people, stick to the basics. And if you're looking for a coach, like I said, because we know what is good and bad, you can pretty much do it yourself because, like I said, it's all trial and error. You just got to see what works for you. You can have someone give you a few pointers, say try this, try that, maybe different foods to eat, what time of days you want to eat. But that's the main thing too. People with jobs and that just have to try and schedule their meals different because if you are a pro bodybuilder, you got more free time to get those meals in. But if you've got an office job, you might be able to have a breakfast, but you got to go to work, and you might be able to sneak a shake in at some point of the day. You might only get a quick lunch break, so you can't go and eat steak and this for lunchtime. So you just, if you want to do it, you can do it. There's meal preparation. You always see how many things we see on Facebook or fucking Instagram, meal prep for the week, and everyone's got their meals laid out. Who gives a fuck? Here's my meal prep for the week. I just take a photo of the golden arches at McDonald's. There's my meal prep for the week. I got personal chefs that make my food every day for me. Sometimes they're young kids and they fuck up my order when I leave the drive-thru. I've got to go back and get my fucking chocolate sundae, but I'll excuse them because they're young. But actually here at McDonald's, they get like $18 an hour.
I heard that they get. I didn't know this. When I went to Australia, I went to a restaurant there, and when I finished eating, I left my usual tip I leave, like if I was in New York, and the waitress was almost ready to she was going to offer to clean my house, and afterwards I asked, what the hell's going on? They're like, you don't tip here in Australia. I'm like, you don't? They're like, no, the waitresses make like $25 an hour.
The minimum wage for like a teenager, 16 is like $17, $18 something an hour. So, yeah.
So no one tips in Australia, Lee, at all?
Nah. Sometimes if you went somewhere fancy, you might, but nah. No one tips at all. So, but the thing is here, though, sometimes you don't get good service at a lot of places because they don't get such good money.
Right.
They're like, they'll fill your drink cup up and you won't see them for the rest of the night. It's like, fuck you had one drink, we're not coming back. It's like they don't give a shit. So they've moved on, and so it's like they don't care. But when they're working for tips, like in America, you get really good service.
Sometimes.
So if you hang out in Australia long enough, go to a store where they just clothing store that. Service is pretty hard to get. They'll go behind the counter on a telephone, like, customer, who cares? It's like, so service isn't the greatest, but the hourly wage is pretty good if you work down here.
Absolutely. Well, the moral of the story is today is if you're looking for a coach, if you're looking to do a contest diet, simple is best because it's not a complicated process, as Lee and I have related. When things seem too complicated, then guess what, guys? You might be getting scammed. Keep that in mind. For now, though, I'm Dave Palumbo with Lee Priest for another installment of Iron Rage.